Good morning, all. In the last class, we were discussing about estimation of runoff using different methods. Today, we are continuing two more methods. First one, it is infiltration method. That is, runoff is estimated either by the use of infiltration capacity curve or by the use of infiltration indices. First, we will discuss how to calculate the runoff using infiltration capacity curve. That is, if the infiltration capacity curve for a specific soil or moisture conditions are available, you can superimpose that over the hydrograph, and the area which is above the infiltration capacity curve represent the runoff. That is, in this graph, the shaded portion represent the runoff. And next, coming to the infiltration indices, these values we have to determine first. If once the value of infiltration indices are obtained, by subtracting these infiltration indices values from the rainfall intensity, will obtain the runoff. So I'll explain what is infiltration indices in the coming slides. So first step, you have to calculate the values of infiltration indices. Once that value is obtained, you can simply deduct that from the rainfall intensity that represent the runoff. Another method, it is a rational method. In the rational method, the basic equation which correlates the runoff and rainfall is as given below. That is, Q is equal to CIA, where Q represent the flood flow in hectare meter per hour, and I represent the intensity of rainfall in mm per hour, and A is the area of drainage basin and square meters, and C represent the runoff coefficient. The runoff coefficient varies based upon the type of drainage basin, and for different types of drainage basin, the value of C is given in this table. If it is a sandy soil, it is varies from 0.2 to 0.3. Next, coming to the infiltration indices. Before discussing more about infiltration indices, let's consider if the infiltration capacity curve is available, it is very easy to estimate the runoff. So, why we are considering infiltration indices for calculating the runoff? This is because there are some difficulties in using the infiltration capacity curve. We'll explain that first. That is, the infiltration capacity curve we can obtain either from the infiltration test or from the hydrograph analysis methods. I will explain what is hydrograph later. So, based on these two methods, we can obtain the infiltration capacity curve. Say consider I got the infiltration capacity curve for a specific type of soil, vegetation, and antecedent moisture condition before the storm occurs. Then I can just superimpose this infiltration capacity curve over the hydrograph. The portion which is above the infiltration curve represent the runoff. So I can simply deduct the total infiltration from this rainfall. I will get the runoff. But even though this is a very simple method, there are some difficulties in obtaining this infiltration capacity curve, since the soil may not be uniform over the entire drainage basin, or vegetation may not be uniform, and the rainfall intensity may vary. So due to that one, it is difficult to obtain this infiltration capacity curve for the entire area. That's why we are using the infiltration indices. That is, these indices is in general express the infiltration as an average rate throughout the storm. As an average rate, that is, we are considered as a constant values. So if you consider first one, it is a phi index. Phi index is an average rainfall intensity above which the rainfall equals a runoff volume. That is, this is the average rainfall intensity. We are representing as average rainfall intensity rate above which it represents the runoff. That is, this phi index represent the losses that may be infiltration losses, then evaporation and storage in depression, interception. All losses include the phi index. So we are considering phi index as all losses. Okay, so if we are deducting that losses from the total rainfall, you'll get the runoff. This is about a phi index. Then coming to the W index, it is defined as the rate of infiltration during the time rainfall intensity exceeds the infiltration capacity. As you know, if the rainfall intensity exceeds the infiltration capacity exceeds infiltration capacity, there occurs runoff. Okay, so it is defined as the average rate of infiltration uh, during which the rainfall intensity exceeds the infiltration capacity. So here this W represent only the infiltration rate, okay, not any loss. We are not considering the losses, another loss, that is we are obtaining this value from by using this equation, that is P minus Q minus S divided by T, where P represent the precipitation and Q represent the surface runoff. Okay, Q represent the surface runoff and S represent the volume of depression, storage and interception, that is volume of water which is stored and volume of rainfall which is stored in depression and storage, depression, storage and interception, then divided by time, where time represent the which the intensity rainfall intensity exceeds the infiltration capacity. So this is about W index. So W index represent the infiltration rate and phi index represent all the losses. So from this W index is equivalent to phi index minus retention by interception and depression storage.